Okay. All right, I got it. It's right here.
Okay, cool.
One more. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I. Well, no, I can. Never mind. I got it from here. I have that item in my cart already. I have the other lawnmower in the cart.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am. You will see my name, Rajendra, at the bottom of the email for your reference.
Yep, I see it right here.
Okay, ma'am. I suppose I was able to understand your concern correctly.
Yes. You want to solve this
Thank,
problem. Thank you for your inquiry. I'm leaving a rating right now.
thank you so very much, ma'am. My supervisor would be more than happy to get to know about the feedback, ma'am. Is there anything else may I help you with?
No, thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you for calling Amazon customer service. Hope you have a great one.
You too. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Shut up, Crunchies. Oh no, I would. I don't even feel like talking about it. I haven't even mentally processed it. Let me tell you what happened today. So, I set my alarm for like 7 a.m. because I had the flat on my hair. As you can see, it's not like the textured look no more. I flat ironed it and straightened it all out. So I get up and I do my hair and I realize they've put 2 pounds on me. Yesterday I weighed in at 228. Today I weighed in at 231. 3 pounds. 231. I snapped. I get myself together. It's the 22nd of June, day before my birthday. I get myself together and I go pick up. I haven't made, hold on, I haven't made videos in a while. And I just want to see the difference. So anyways, I get myself together and I take off. You know that I live in a duplex and, 95% of the time my vehicle is parked in front of my porch, which means that there's a vehicle behind me. So I have to, sometimes if she isn't already gone and out of the way, I have to knock in order to get her to move. And so today, this morning, that was the case. What is, it's the lighting. So, oh, it's all bad. The lighting is bad everywhere. So anyhow, today, that's the case. So I not, she come out with an attitude, and like she barely, like she was trying to be a bitch, so she didn't move her vehicle right away. She was busy trying to manipulate reality. She didn't move, didn't back out right away. Sat there literally for a couple of minutes, like before she moved. And so then I take off and I go. And I go and I pick my cake up. I'm mad about the flowers on the top. They don't look good. And it was part of a Buddhist curse. They've been claiming that I'm a Buddhist, and they've been using footage, like old footage that they have of Sonya Davis, which is one of the people that they're calling me. Her having conversation like about being a Buddhist. Okay, so I get there. I'm not happy with the flowers, but I don't say anything. I get my cake and I leave, and I take off and I go to the nail salon. And before I get there, so now that's two things, right? I'm pissed off already about the fucking fat. It took everything in me not to hurt her. And then my cake ain't right. Let me tell you how these motherfuckers be trying. I'm telling you. I go get my nails done. Nothing goes wrong with that part. But when I leave out of the nail salon, I take off. And I'm like, probably 20 yards before, you know, my rear view mirror is like not in position. My rear view mirror doesn't capture any of my rear window right now because we had to disassemble it when we closed my sunroof because they broke my sunroof. And 20 yards. And I'm looking, and out of nowhere, you know, I just happened to do one of these numbers and caught it in my peripheral vision. And it was like the glass, my rear glass, okay, my rear windshield was shattered. But it wasn't shattered, like bust out. I turn around and I go straight back to the nail salon because they were sitting outside. And I pull up and I asked them, I said, did you happen to see anything? Like, I noticed you were going in and out. So I know if something went on or something was going on, you would have taken notice of it. And he was like, no. And he was like, that's not right. Like, that's not right. Pretty much confirming what I was saying. Like, there was no damage on the outside. The government broke it with physics from the inside. Like, just shattered and broke it all up. It's tempered. So, and I learned about that today. Got a little lesson on glass. Like, they shattered it on the inside, and it began to crack on the outside. The window, the windshield was no hotter than any other vehicle. It's hot as fuck. So we even went and checked his, and after everything that they had already fucking done, like they pulled that shit. This is the day before my birthday. I was supposed to leave and get on the road in the morning. So there were a ton of curses and spells surrounding me leaving the state of Ohio. They didn't want me to go to Pennsylvania. They didn't want me to show up in New Jersey. And they definitely didn't want me to show up in New Jersey because they were claiming that they were going to claim that I was in Pennsylvania and had everything, all the elements of the areas that I might have touched covered to claim that I was in Atlanta. So the trip is non-refundable. I called and they actually ended up being able to work it out. Like, the hotel approved it. I let her know what happened and it was like, I can't get on the road like this. So with every fucking thing else, they had the nerve to do that. The federal government had the nerve to do that. With everything else that they did today. And I finally look at the time, the motherfucking cops didn't even show up. I waited on them an hour and a half while the government was torturing the fuck out of me, trying to sweat me, make me all sweaty and shit. I had to resort to, I didn't even want to sit in the car. Because I'm like, I've never had that shit happen. And I don't know at this point right now, like, that I'm talking about, where before I sat in the car, like, I don't even know that it's tempered and it's not going to busting the shatters. I'm thinking the shit is gonna snap, crackle, and pop. So I didn't even feel safe sitting inside. But I got so motherfucking sweaty that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like a whole display. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting outside with my car with this window shattered while they're claiming someone was busting my, and there were, for days leading up to this, they were talking about people were going to be busting my windows out. And that's what they did to manifest that lie. So they're trying to get someone to think that that type of shit happens to me, and that someone's come, you know what I'm saying, like, or it's so motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, hell bent, and I got beef with so many people that I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, like, and it ain't even that type of situation. And my address has been public online, okay, and you know I'm always seen. So they were trying to manifest a whole fucking lie. And I know exactly where it came from now that I think about it. Nicole. They put a black girl over there that resembled my cousin, and they were calling her me. And they were claiming that they was going to do something to me, not calling me myself. So, and nothing happened, but they acted like they did something. That's the thing. These things will gather, and they will act like they did something that they cannot do. Bitch, when I step outside, it's silence. Ain't nobody saying nothing to me. And I go in your motherfucking mouth. So, with everything that they did, I couldn't even believe that they did this. And then they tried to make it seem like, oh, it's just so okay. You know what I'm saying? They're watching me, like, orchestrate everything to get this matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just that, it's everything. Like I said, so right away I call and I find a mobile company that'll come out and fix the windshield. But she's like, no, you're going to have to bring it in to us and drop it off. But this is how much it'll be. And I'm like, okay, I make an appointment. And then I call, and I'm like, man, I know this trip is not refundable, but I'm going to call and ask anyhow. And I call, and she calls the hotel, they approve it, and that works out. And then I call the police department back, and I'm like, you know, I want to cancel the call that I made. I requested a cruiser to Hawkins and Vernon Odom. And she's like, man, I asked why you're canceling. And I said, because it's been an hour and a half. I don't know where they at. And I'm about to run out of gas. Like, I'm in here with my AC bumping on high. I didn't go that far. I didn't tell her. I just said, it's been an hour and a half. I don't know where they at. And I'm about to run out of gas. So, she's like, okay, ma'am. And she cancels the call. She said she'd give them a call and let them know. Like, I go to the Dollar Tree on Copley. It's filthy. They didn't have no balloons. I couldn't even get balloons. As soon as I get home, they mushed my motherfucking arm as I put the cake in the refrigerator because it's been in my trunk in all this motherfucking heat, okay? And it's like actually starting to melt. And they bumped my motherfucking arm with scissors right into the side of my cake. And so now the side of the cake is like, it ain't polished. I start, oh, look at my little, I thought I was going somewhere too, y'all. I was about to pack all that shit in my car and go. And, so then, I'm like, and why the fuck, and I'm checking all my funds and stuff, right? So I'm like, man, this has been going on for a week. I'm like, Amazon still ain't fucking issued, like, that refund hasn't posted. And it should have posted by now. And I'm like, you know what? Out of nowhere, I'm going to just call today. And yesterday, I just said I wasn't calling them at all about it. Let me think what else, because there was two things yesterday I said I wasn't calling about. $10,000. The school got held up. They talk about they ain't gonna issue that until I call. Let's call now. Cause they acting like they ain't gonna move on shit, and as long as I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? I got $10,000 in assets, like in EX. That's supposed to be sent to me. Where's her number? It ain't like I got a whole call log. But back to what I was saying. So I called, and it comes to find out the refund that he told me had been, that he processed. So check this out. Right after he tells me he's processed it and we get off the phone, I'm like, I ain't got no email confirmation. So that was the alarm right there. That was the red flag. But I was like, you know, whatever. It'll post when it posts. But it didn't. And I called, and there's no record of it. It's not even in the system. And as he reads the notes, there's nothing on it. So it was like starting from square one.
Calling back University of Phoenix. We're looking forward to helping you pursue your educational goals. Please stay on the line and someone will assist you shortly. Your call may be recorded for quality or training purposes. To review our privacy policy, you can visit phoenix.edu for more information.
And so I'm out and about. They got the address.
Hi, this is Dustin at University of Phoenix.
Yes, hi Dustin. Can I have someone in finance?
I can give you the direct number to finance. My transfer isn't working well right now.
That's
but
perfectly
you have
fine.
with, I'll give you financial rates direct number.
That's fine.
Okay, their number is 888 346 8679.
All right, got it. Thank you.
You bet. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is... So, yeah, started all over, and yeah, processed it.
You can review our privacy policy at phoenix.edu for information about how we collect and use your personal information. Now, please tell me your IRN or individual record number.
902-557-2159.
I'm sorry, but I'm unable to identify you using your IRN. Now, please tell me your IRN or individual record. And for verification, your last name starts with the letters O-L-I, right?
Yes.
Say yes. Let me transfer you to a
They've been
finance
tearing my
representative who will be
motherfucking
able to
contacts
assist you.
up, like, they broke my glasses.
Thank you for calling University of Phoenix. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes. You can review our privacy policy.
Got all this fucking fat on my face and shit, like, my chest, like, everything. When I fucking bend my neck and...
Good afternoon, University of Phoenix. This is Gigi.
Hi Gigi. My name is Tequila Oliver, and I'm calling because I wanted to check the status of my oh my goodness, is my military funds.
I'm sure
they they should have they should have been applied to the account in which I would probably end up having a little bit. I think my bucket would probably overflow some. Um, but maybe you can help me. Can you check the status?
Oh, sure. Be happy to assist. Great. May we ask a few verification questions?
Sure.
Great, thank you. And I know, Tequila, you gave me your first and last name, so thank you so very much. Just a few more questions. And we're waiting on our verification system to open up. Just a moment.
Okay.
And great. And thank you. And may we ask for the four-digit passcode selected for verification?
Yes, 8214.
Thank you. Okay, great. And may we ask what is the location where your parents live?
Akron, Ohio.
Thank you. Great. Okay, thank you so very much for allowing us to get the account verified. I do understand your concern wanting to check in on your VA benefits. If you could bear with me just a few moments, let me just double check, excuse me, to see what we have on file just to make sure everything is valid.
Okay.
May I go ahead and place the call on hold for just a moment or two?
Sure.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm done. They completely just destroyed me today. So check this out. I had on two waist trainers. And they were lying, calling me both the people that they claimed had those waist trainers. When I was wearing one and not the other, and they were still calling me her, even though I was wearing the waist trainer. They had decoys in place to suggest it wasn't me that they were doing it to, that it wasn't me that they were making the attack on. The number is spent 300. I wrote about this on Facebook. I'm not going to go into those details, but it's a lot of shit surrounding these neighbors that I can't even. I could probably put it in this video, but I don't got time. This ain't even what this was supposed to be. Like, and Neo Cove is late as fuck.
Tequila, thank you so very much for your patience.
No problem.
And great. So I got some great news for you. I do see that there was a bit of back and forth dialogue about the appropriate documents on file.
Okay.
So as of the 14th of June, we were able to reactivate your file as Chapter 33. The enrollment agreement for the correct program was located and on file, and all of the previous paperwork was processed. So we're back on track with Chapter 33.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And so, yeah, so everything is on track. Now, I'm going to ask just a very quick question, just in case you weren't aware. Since you are Chapter 33, the students, and you may have gotten this information from VA, but just in case you haven't, the students are required to report their attendance. Were you aware of that?
No, I remembered it from the last time I attended.
Understood. Okay, great, great. Well, I just wanted to just make sure because this actually, excuse me, was a change in December, so it was relatively new that the students call in to the VA line to report their attendance for their housing. For
Right,
their VAH.
right.
So if you miss that,
that can affect your BAH.
Yes, and
And again,
delay
okay,
it
just want to make
immediately.
sure.
No, no,
Okay.
you're absolutely right. No, I've seen it.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure, again, because it's just relatively new. Some students, and I see that you were with us back in 17, so thank you for trusting us and coming back. But I just know that there was a big change from that, so I just wanted to just kind of remind you that if you hadn't gotten the communication, you want to just make sure that you follow up with the VA to make sure you get set up to get your attendance reported each class.
Perfect. Okay. So, let me see. Right now, with me having my Chapter 33 in place and my federal loan, I mean, not my federal loan, my financial aid.
Financial aid,
Yes.
and that's the loans as well. That's loans and grants.
Okay. In place. Like, I'm covered for the quarter, like, for pretty much
The
the.
academic, the first disbursement, yes, you're
Yes.
absolutely correct.
Okay. And, like, assets isn't dispersed until, like, the end of the. Is it a quarter or.
So we're just to clarify, we're not a quarter school, so we're year-round school. But I understand what you're asking. The disbursements are still the same. Disbursements are dispersed on a standard 12 credits. So you got your first disbursement period, you got your second disbursement period. So what'll take place is financial aid is going to release onto the account. What'll happen is as the VA sends in payments for the courses,
I see.
then what's going to happen, we will start releasing the financial aid funding to you as the disbursement period. So normally there's 4 classes in a disbursement period. So I'm going to simplify it because it can get kind of confusing. So let's just say, for instance, I'm just throwing this out there. If in the disbursement period, $4 is required to be held for the disbursement period, we're going to hold the $4.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get more in financial aid, we'll send the difference, but we're going to hold the $4 for the disbursement period.
I understand.
Since you actually have Chapter 33,
Uh-huh.
once Chapter 33 sends enough to hold for the $4, we're going to then gradually start releasing those financial aid fundings back to you.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds like a plan. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Definitely, it's our pleasure. So we'll notate, we'll notate the account that we did verify that all the documents are in for the Chapter 33. I'll notate the account that you're aware of reporting your attendance directly to VA
Yes.
for each course, and then how we hold financial aid for the payment period. And then once VA payments come in, we'll start releasing as long as the payment period is covered.
Sounds good.
Great. Any additional questions, concerns, Q, that we can address for you while we actually have you on the line?
No, thank you, Gigi.
Great. Well, definitely welcome back. You're almost done with the bachelor, so
I
congratulations.
know. I
We'll be
know.
calling you about graduation soon.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure speaking with you again. Welcome back, and we know that you're going to do amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so look, you see how they locked up all the words. Like, I couldn't reference anything that I recall from the previous conversation. Everything she just said, I already knew. But what they did was there was a curse associated. That's the purpose of this call, to show you how they're manipulating reality. They were acting like they sent me money I didn't have. That also played into why they broke my windshield. So they were trying to deplete funds I don't even have. And this is what happened. I'm not doing a screen share right now. I'm recording, so I can't show you. But the it was a week or two ago that financial aid hit and the loans. And then it was like, okay, there's 500 and however many dollars in SS. And so they sent me that money, right? When they sent me that money, the government was suggesting that they sent me thousands of dollars. Literally, I do. Like, in all actuality, I have $10,000 that I'll end up getting from this. But it's going to be gradual because of how they're doing disbursements now. And that was one of the changes that they made. He said they no longer do it right away, you know, like, so they're pretty much going to be waiting until they get these payments at the end of every 5 weeks before they release a little bit of money. So in all actuality, I'll be getting like, I don't know, probably an extra $1,000 a month or something. Because for every $1,600 or $1,400 the VA dumps into that bucket, it's going to spit 16 or 14 out to me. So, yeah, that bullshit with everything that's been done. And they still doing shit to my car. Like, that's 3 things in the last month, and they've been threatening to run into it and total it. I told them I better not be in the vehicle, because it's going to be a whole different ending. But they've been talking about totaling my vehicle. And recall a couple months ago, the threat was theft. I just changed my insurance policy behind this shit, and that phone call took place yesterday. That was another reason why they did that to my windshield. They were claiming I had something I don't. Like, that policy that I put in, that I updated or upgraded yesterday, it doesn't even go into effect until the 1st of July. I told you today's the 22nd of June. So, they're claiming I got money I don't got. And doing damage behind it, trying to deplete funds. That's 3 things they've done to that car in the last month. It was backed into. The bitch downstairs was high. Like, I just smelled that shit all in my apartment. Then my doorbell rings, and you talk about you backed into me. They got mad because I called her insurance company and broke my sunroof. Today they got mad because I knocked on her door to get the fuck out the driveway. The bitch acting like I'm not supposed to move. They get mad about me parking in the driveway of where I live on a daily basis. It's the only time they don't talk about it is when my car don't move. They get mad about me parking where I live, because they're acting like that apartment downstairs is living in a single family home. They're claiming my motherfucking space and dispersing it, distributing it. They're the link for the entire motherfucking neighborhood. So, bitch got mad because I knocked on her door, and they wait till I'm far enough away from, you know what I'm saying, like, here, thinking that I'll leave the neighbors out of it, you know what I'm saying, like, not make mention of the neighbors. No, bitch. These federal agents, I know exactly what the fuck it is. And it always boils down to who is trying, like, who is trying to see you to follow you. You know what I'm saying? And cause a problem wherever you go. Like, when people say shit come over them, like, it really do, but you ain't real to begin with, so it's so fucked up. It's really a fucked up situation. Like the stupid shit the government does. It's always a motherfucking federal agent present. If they wasn't watching through if you didn't have demons and they wasn't watching through your motherfucking eyes, you'd be like this all motherfucking day. You wouldn't do nothing. You wouldn't eat. You wouldn't sleep. You wouldn't do nothing. You're a motherfucking robot. If you didn't have demons, you wouldn't. So, the bitch get mad about me knocking on the door, wait till I get out the area, and act like, you know, it took place somewhere else, and that they see me out and about somewhere, and it was a drama. They done made some whole shit up. Like, they actually have a clip that they showed giving someone credit for doing that when no one was there, no one did it. I've been saying I was gonna talk about this for forever. Bitch got mad and broke my windshield. the stupid ass federal agent got mad and broke my windshield with physics. And I was, so look, imagine this, parallel reality. In parallel reality, they're acting like I'm in the middle of a confrontation, or I'm having sex with somebody's boyfriend, and they pulled up and they see my car, they recognize my plates, and somebody gets out and does, like, it's just fucking my window up, right? That's what they're showing. Okay, that's artificial intelligence. This is what they're imagining. Okay, they have parallel reality. It's like a computer-driven world where everything is programmed, and they operate, they're hooked up, they operate off of how they think and what they're imagining they're doing. That's what's running this little world. So they acting like, what I'm saying, some bitch that rolled up, or some guy, a bitch, whatever, that rolled up and bust out my motherfucking windows, and they made a manifestation of what they acted like happened, that manifested from what they acted like happened, that showed up from what they acted like happened. So if they act like I'd been fucked and bled all over my motherfucking white sheets, there'll really be blood on my sheets. But it never happened. You get what I'm saying? I come out the nail shop, and like I said, I'm 20 motherfucking yards before I even realized it. And it never happened. It manifested from what they acted like happened. I can wake up not even on my period. That hasn't happened yet, but they'll do small stuff. And then there's times where they can put something small in place and exaggerate how big it is. I'm going to talk about this again. It's when a real issue becomes from what they acted like happened. If they're acting like your food is, stale, like brand new fucking fruits and vegetables that you just got, if they're acting like you've had it in your refrigerator for a very long time, it'll be molded in a day. If they're acting like your environment is filthy, they'll do things like, like they'll put one bug and to make something out of it. Hold on. I don't want to think about all the stuff they be doing, but you get what I'm saying.